my friends, welcome to my next video. Today I take another stab at installing a recliner in my van.
Well, what do we have here? Another seat. About to try again, guys. What is he doing now? Well, this is a platform my quote-unquote recliner is going to go onto. And I had to be a bit creative because I'm trying to avoid drilling holes through this floor, through the nice vinyl floor. So I'm hoping these double kind of bracketed pieces of wood are going to be strong enough. I'm a pretty heavy guy. I'm like 220 or so, so you know, we'll see what happens. Might have to end up putting holes through in the floor anyway, but hopefully not. So this is gonna go where the fuel filler is, and there's my fan, which I'm going to put right here, and that's gonna suck air through there and create a little bit of airflow, because as I mentioned previously, I had some mold under here before I put the floor on. I coated it with polyurethane all over the plywood that's underneath this vinyl floor, and then I put the vinyl floor on top, which is water resistant, waterproof, whatever you want to call it. So last time I did this exact same chair, I drilled through these, I don't know if that's aluminum or steel, it looks like the color of aluminum, but I broke like a whole bunch of drill bits and screws, and I had to get right in that little spot on the side there, and it was tricky. It took me a long time. So this time I took some L brackets, you can see the edge here, and some nuts and bolts, and I just kind of Mickey Moused it together. I got this tape on here because I don't know how to do this any other way. I'm holding this plywood in place while I screw this piece in with the tape. It's probably a better way to do it, but I don't know what it is. Because I don't have any nuts and bolts, and I don't want to go and buy them. So I'm using screws. Alright, here we go. Layers of plywood. I think it's gonna work, but it's not exactly pretty. I mean, look how that back piece is warped. Problem is, this metal piece is lower than this one. So, what you gonna do? Hope it works. If it doesn't, I'll take it apart. But to be honest, I'm just kind of slapping this together. Alrighty. Looks like we have it in place. I just used some L brackets down here and screwed it right into the plywood right there. You can see my fan. Like I mentioned in a previous video, I had some mold growing down here and underneath this area. So with the fan on, like so, that will provide significant airflow, and no condensation should build up. You may think that that's a mess, but actually that cutter is that's my briefcase is going to go on top of there, and that will provide a bit of airflow underneath it. And I put my tools in the briefcase. So you may notice that the seat is placed on an angle, and that's because when I put it right against the wall, I was really my right arm was really squished against the side, and there was no room on that side. So it takes up a little bit more space inside here, but hey man, Gotta do what you gotta do.
So then back here, I can move this up, and this is where I store my my tin cans and recycling, metal recycling. And it's really kind of ugly back here, but it works. More L brackets. Hoping that doesn't rip out. I'm a pretty heavy guy at around 220 pounds, so over time, I'm not sure how long it's going to last, but you know, you do what you can, and that's that. Put this back in there. And eventually I want to build a box around this and insulate it with polystyrene or something. But right now, it'll do just fine. One thing I have to do, I thought of doing, actually I'll sit on it and I'll show you what I mean. So as you can see, I need to put some kind of footstool thing here, like an ottoman. What I can do is build this box out of plywood. I intended to do that a long time ago, but I never did. And then I can just slide it out, and I can put a cushion on it, or maybe not a cushion, but something. And then I can have my feet on it as an ottoman. There we go. I got my toilet on my bed. How classy. And here's the view from out my side door. Isn't that lovely? I should also mention that when I bought this thing, I was very purposeful about sticking my nose right by this and giving a good whiff to make sure I did not have the pet odor urine smell that my previous seat had. And the funny thing is, what are the odds that I got basically the exact same chair from a Jetta, even though it's a completely different chair. I don't know if I'm gonna miss an armrest. I might, but it would take about that much space, so, you know, I don't know. I think I can live without it. See how she goes. Previously, I tried to just connect this bottom piece, just this piece of wood here, and there's another one on the other side. But the wood is 1/2 inch, and I thought it's gonna be short, so it should be strong enough, but it's still flexed a lot, and I could literally bend it this way. So I had to break down and put some L brackets into the floor. I didn't really want to do that, but it's really solid now. Like I can move the whole van before I move the chair, but over time that may change. Okay, got it all tucked in here. That's how it's gonna look for now. Eventually I'm gonna paint this whole contraption down here blue to match. I thought I was gonna be able to screw into this thing down here to attach it, but just figured out as I went, and looks like I wasn't gonna need that, but that's what should be. Let's see what temperature it is in here. 4.9 Celsius, 54% humidity. Stay positive and smile often. Well, there you have it, folks. Thanks for watching, and be well, my friends.